Harry. Harry is in Melbourne. I'll get it right this time. Now, imagine this. You're 14. Cast your mind back to when you were 14. Life was beginning to open up for you. You might have been into sport. You might have been into music. You might have been into various different things. And you get a pain in your knee. And it's a persistent pain. And it turns out to be cancer that requires radical surgery, replacement knee, half your femur's gone, reconstructed, plus all the other things that go along with cancer in terms of treatment. This was Harry's experience, and bless him, not that long ago. Now, personal experience, one of my friends from uni days, she also had this same thing and ended up back in the late 70s having an amputation just below the hip. So things have mercifully moved on from there. Let's listen to Harry's experiences and the wisdom he has gained and what he is doing with that wisdom now in the world. Harry, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. I'm here today to present to you Courage Through Cancer, which is my journey overcoming cancer physically, mentally, and emotionally. My journey started in 2014, and at the start of 2014, I was a happy, healthy young boy who enjoyed spending time with his friends, making them laugh, going skateboarding, snowboarding, playing basketball, playing football. And there was a game where I was playing in the finals, and my friend and I were going for the ball, and he bumped a kid out of the way of the ball, and his head went straight into my knee, and it hurt more than anything had ever hurt in my life. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And I got up, I tried to run it off and got back into the game. And the few weeks and months go by, and my leg was just constantly in pain. It was never healing like every other kind of bump or cut has ever healed before. And so when I had to drop out of my basketball grand final and I couldn't play, I said to my parents, I need to go check this out. We need to go see what's going on. And a doctor recommended we got an X-ray and an MRI on my knee, and the MRI revealed that there's something going on in my knee. And we went and saw a specialist in an osteo specialist, and they said that they're 99% sure that it's osteosarcoma, which is a bone cancer, and that it was in my knee and the end of my femur, and that it would require chemotherapy and surgery to save my life and to save my leg. So after a few months of chemotherapy where I lost my hair, I got really sick, I had to stop going to school. It was a really tough time. And then in January of 2015, I had surgery to have my knee and the end of my femur removed and replaced with a titanium prosthesis that's still in me today. And I had a few weeks to rest and adjust to my new leg. And then it was straight back into chemo again. And then in July of 2015, I was finally declared cancer-free, and I could walk out of the hospital. As I walked out of the hospital, I knew that this experience that I had just overcome, that I had gone through, I knew it was something meaningful for my life. I knew that it had created something within me that I needed to share and give to the world. Little did I know, I had just entered the part of my journey, which was overcoming this cancer experience mentally and emotionally. Where I started off dealing with this was in really unresourceful and poor ways. That I was 15 and 16 at the time. It's all I knew what to do. I went to drinking alcohol. I went to the pain medication that I was given through my surgery, and went to other drugs to just avoid myself, avoid my emotions, avoid my journey, avoid the person I was as a result of chemotherapy and as a result of cancer. And for a few years, I kept these ways up, and it really broke me down inside. And it got to a point where I was crying myself to sleep one night, and my mum came downstairs and she said to me, "Remember that meaning, that purpose, that passion that you saw as you walked out of the hospital. Remember how important that is." And she said to me, she really thinks I should go and see a life coach the next day, that she'd offered me heaps of times. And I just told her, "No, go away. I can do it all on my own. I've got this." But now it was like, shit, I really got to do this. I've really got to do something about myself. And so I started seeing this life coach, and it was like my life flipped immediately. I no longer felt like my best version of me was in the past when I was 14. It was like, maybe I'm pretty cool as I am now. I'm a survivor of cancer, a person that's like the Terminator, like a bionic person. I started to value myself as the person I am today. And after a few months of working with him, I knew that passion, that purpose that I learned leaving the hospital, I wanted to do that as a life coach. And for 5 years now, I have been doing that. I've been serving and supporting people around me to live their best life, to overcome the horrible stuff going within their day to day, within their journey, and helping them be the best they can be. And it's been that dream, that passion that I had when I left that hospital, really come to life. And I wanted to share with you guys 3 key learnings that I've learned along this journey, and that I use today and that I use for my clients. The first one is that your best life is possible. Along the journey, I didn't have this belief. I believed that it was all in the past. The best version of me was back then when I had 2 knees. And because of that, I was depressed, anxious, addicted to pain medication. And this only changed when I decided to change my mindset, change my thinking around what my best life is and what it could be. I changed it to that it's possible now as a result of how I show up, how I be. And that's how I know that our best life is possible. Number 2 is asking for help. We can't do this alone. I constantly said no to support. I had people around me that were constantly saying, like, "Harry, come on, we want to help you. Hey, go see this life coach." And I kept saying no. I kept thinking, "Oh, I can do this all on my own." And that's not true. We can't do this alone. We can't do this on our own. If someone offers you help and you're in challenge right now, you're having a tough time, say yes, because this leads into the 3rd learning, which is nothing changes until you change. A lot of us are waiting, wishing, and hoping for something to come along and just make everything different. But sometimes it's not going to happen until we take responsibility. And if we expect to be the same person constantly, and wanting a different life, being the same person, it's most likely not going to happen. Einstein said that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So if we keep trying to be the same person, trying to live a different life, it just doesn't work. It's possible for us to create change if we're willing to take action to change ourselves. So these are the 3 major learnings that I've learned along my journey, and I really hope they can help you today live that best life, because it's possible for all of us. And it's almost my time up now. So I just wanted to let you guys know where else you can find me. You can find me on Facebook. That's the best place to find me. It's where I share a lot of teachings and learnings. I run my own support group too called Overcoming Cancer, where I create content helping to serve and support others overcoming cancer physically, emotionally, and mentally. And for anybody who's interested in maybe doing some extra work with me today, or creating more of that best life that's possible for us all, I wanted to create a space for 5 people who would be interested in taking up a free one-on-one session with me. They're valued at $147, but I wanted to give away 5 for free. I'm so sorry I can't do any more than that, but I've made 5 spots available for anybody who's interested in maybe checking out what that best possible life looks like, and maybe overcoming some of that challenge, not on your own. You don't have to do it alone. And I'd love to be able to be a resource to you to help create that change that you truly deserve. So thank you so much for the opportunity to speak today, Wendy. Thank you so much. And I really believe in that our words have power. So reach out, speak up, and go for your best life. Thank you so much.
Look at that.